Are you ready for today's story? Let's go! My bedtime stories.
Read with me as we make the world more magical, one story at a time. Santa's Lost Sleigh, written by Hilz, illustrated by Ramesh Ram. It was the night before Christmas when Santa Claus spied his parking spot empty. Oh no! Where's my ride? He ran straight to the work shed, flicked on the bright lights. He saw nothing but toys, piled way up to great heights. Rushing to the garage, he flung open the door. Mrs. Claus had her sports car parked there. Nothing more. So Saint Nicholas ran to the giant red barn. He found Grandma crocheting with bright neon yarn. Then Santa looked out at the snow and the frost. It's impossible! How can a huge sleigh be lost? He ran around in a panic and looked everywhere. Over that, under here, and far, far over there. Santa questioned his elves, and he asked Mrs. Claus. He checked with his reindeer, who freaked out because they had looked in the barns, they had searched the corrals, and Bucky was missing with two of his pals. So they went back inside to discuss what to do. We will go way up high where we have the best view. Then they took to the sky on the backs of the deer. While Mrs. Claus listened for the news she might hear. They were only just gone for a minute or two when on the TV came a frantic news crew. The reporter announced, "We have big breaking news. There's a sleigh in the sky towing two large canoes." What on earth is he doing? Mrs. Claus asked herself. Then she called on the phone to alert the head elf. After she shared the good news, the elf simply said, "We will go intercept them and bring home the sled." Then when Bucky came home, he was so sad because his surprise had been ruined. Sorry, dear Mrs. Claus. I just wanted to give you a wonderful present. A week at the lake with canoes would be pleasant. Mrs. Claus was so touched. Wow! A week at the lake! But you took Santa's sleigh. It was not yours to take. And by taking the sleigh, you caused quite a kerfuffle. I would have been happy with a nice chocolate truffle. Bucky learned a big lesson to always ask first, as he hugged Mrs. Claus and her heart nearly burst. And old Santa was happy to have his sleigh back. He unhitched the canoes and he loaded his sack. He was running quite late, so he left in a flurry. He delivered the gifts and was back in a hurry. Then Santa said loudly, "Let's take a nice break." So they took elves and deer and canoes to the lake. Thank you so much for staying and reading with me until the end. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and share it with your friends so we can all read along together. See you on our next one. Bye!